Hey Jewel School family, this was my gift from Olivia. We're gonna make a matching butterfly station necklace. So we've got these really cool butterfly connectors, 2 different styles, 2 different sets of butterflies. So we're gonna make a little station necklace, nothing too complicated, but I wanna show you guys how I attack a station necklace. One where I'm using lots of jump rings and things like that, how I cut my chain, just to kind of streamline the process. That's something that we talk about a lot. So we're gonna be using some chain, butterflies, jump rings. And I've got a little piece of wire because this is what I use to cut my chain pieces so that they're all exactly the same size. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Tool-wise, we got 2 chain nose pliers and a flush cutter. So nothing, not much there in the way of tools, which is great. Okay, so first thing I wanna do is I just wanna figure out like how long I want what I want the spacing to be between my stations. And because these butterflies are kind of big, like I didn't want them to be too on top of each other because that would just make for a really bulky and kind of heavy station necklace. And when I think of station necklaces, I think of a little bit more like lightweight and airy feel to them, because you've got something and you got a big gap and you got something, you know what I mean? So it's got more of an airy feel, like layerable. Is that a word? Layerable? We just made it one. Layerable feel to it. So I wanted to use like a bigger space between my butterflies. So I did 2 inches. Normally if I'm using like a little bead, I'll do like 1.5 inches to 1 inch between my stations, but wanted to space it out a little bit. So what I do is I cut 2 inches and then I drop it on a piece of chain. Then I'm gonna grab my next piece of chain, drop it on, and then I just cut right at the end of the other piece of chain, drop the end on, and I just do the same thing over and over and over again until I get all the stations I could possibly want. And sometimes I'll do extra for like if I'm just feeling like getting ahead and I know I'm gonna make more stations, I'll go ahead and make myself some extras. So I got a little stash of little baby chain pieces. So I don't exactly know how many stations I'm gonna need on this necklace. So I am just gonna, well, I can't get this piece on here. So we're just gonna do a couple more, but it's super easy. So I'm not having to measure all of these over and over again. Makes this process pretty quick. Do myself a couple more just in case. Okay, so I've got a good amount, several pieces of chain cut. You know what I will do too is I will set one aside. So like this is my measuring stick kind of. I will set this aside so I don't accidentally use it, because if I run out of chain or I didn't cut enough pieces, I don't want to have to undo it to get a piece to be able to measure with, because I can measure 2 inches, but if I'm a link or 2 off, I'm gonna be able to tell in my necklace. So I just keep one off to the side just in case I run out of pieces. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna open all my jump rings. So just pop these all open, set them aside. Man, I hope I brought enough jump rings. If not, it may be a short necklace, y'all. I didn't even really think about that. So I just get them all open and ready to go. Okay. So now we're gonna just start connecting these. So I'm gonna I've got an open jump ring here. I'm gonna slide the end on my chain. Grab a butterfly, slide that on, close that up. Flip it over, grab a jump ring, slide my butterfly on, and y'all notice I have not put my tools down. I have not switched tools at all, so we don't need to. And we're gonna come down here, grab another jump ring, and I'm gonna do just a plain gold butterfly in between, just to kind of break up the colors a little bit. Close my jump ring.
Thank you.
Then we'll flip this over. See, the one thing that we've gotta pay attention to when we're doing this is you can put your butterflies on backwards, because both of these are not double-sided. So I just had to flip my butterfly around because they were not facing the same direction. So that's one thing we want to make sure they're facing the same direction. But if you've got your tools in your hands, you're ready to go, you don't have, it's not that big of a deal to flip it. All right. Another jump ring. Piece of chain. Get this closed up. All right. Then we're just going to keep going down the line like this, alternating colored butterfly and textured butterfly. You know, like I said, we've got all these different connectors in the show. If you're not a butterfly person, we've got bows. We've got all kinds of cool connectors that you could do this same necklace with. And see, we've got it real streamlined because we've already got our jump rings open. The hardest thing for me sometimes is getting the jump ring onto the chain. But yet we've got it kind of like an assembly line process going here. I love doing a station necklace that is monotone, if you will, because it's a great layering piece. So if you've got gold chain and do little gold bead, just stations of little gold beads, it's a really great layering piece that makes it's fun to like add different things to. Okay, so I have 2 jump rings left, so we are gonna do one more butterfly, and that's kind of perfect. Normally I would make this a longer necklace, but I ran out of jump rings, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I like to make these necklaces long enough to where they don't have to have a clasp. There's no front or back of the necklace. What did I just do? I just attached an extra piece of chain here. So typically I would make this a little bit longer necklace. I just added an extra chain. Okay. So here is our last one. Slide that on, and then I'll put it on the necklace horn. You know, if you also, another thing you can do if you don't want butterflies going all the way around, then you can use like a solid piece of chain in the back. Like I could have used just one solid piece of chain and then just had the butterflies down in the front. That's an option too, to make it longer, to kind of extend, get more life out of your butterflies. Isn't that pretty? I think it's fun. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's demo. If you need any of the tools and supplies that we used today, check out the links in the description below. And while you're down there, I want to know what your favorite butterfly is. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Bye y'all.